Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome on in. If you are new around here, I'm Astrologer Victoria from Your Wings of Ascension. And today we're taking a look at this Cancer new moon for Monday, July 17th of 2023. We're going to talk about the overall moon, what this means, the different aspects to it, and then I'm going to break it down for each sign so you can see where this is happening for you in your life. So let's pull up the charts and begin. All right, so this Cancer new moon, let's break this down one piece at a time. Let's start with the new moon. The new moon is the start of a new lunation cycle. So we have new energy coming in. Now, each moon is felt very differently based on the sign that it is in, but this energy is the same in terms of we're starting anew. We have fresh, a chance to create change, and when we know where this sits in our charts, we can work with the energy that is coming up naturally, and things happen for us with an ease. It just kind of flows. So this new moon, as is every new moon, is a chance to start again in your own way. Now, Cancer, what is Cancer? Cancer is actually ruled by the moon. So this is a very happy moon. She is at home. She likes to be here. Cancer is very, very, very emotional. This can mean many different things. Emotional does not just mean sappy. People mistake Cancers for just being these gushy, sad little, ooh. Do not piss off a Cancer because you will feel those little pinchers from the crab come at you. Emotions are a very, very broad subject. So this can be felt in any direction. It can be joy, sorrow, anger, fear, just a very emotional time. Cancer is also very representative of the cosmic mother. So this is a very loving, very nurturing time. We want to love and nurture and care for those that matter to us, and we want to be loved and cared for in return. Cancer is also incredibly intuitive. So this is a time to feel into and connect with your intuition. Bumped my microphone, sorry friends. You can use this as an opportunity to start doing things to understand your intuition more, things like meditating. Always, we know that's like what everyone says, but I am a big believer that you can connect in with your intuition, you can connect in with your higher self by doing things to distract your logical mind and your physical body, as things like drawing, painting, even things like running, things like Tai Chi, cooking, dancing, where you're distracting your human and letting your soul speak through. This is a really great time for that because the energy is there to amplify this soul speaking through. So this is a lunation to get into your higher self and to love yourself and those around you. If you were to give this lunation a one sentence mantra, it would be I nurture. Where you nurture, what you nurture, how you nurture, where you need to be nurtured is going to be different for each chart. But I nurture is this Cancer new moon. If you look, I have put up here that there are different aspects happening in the chart, which you can see. So up here we have the sun. I don't know why it's split like this, the ball and the cursor, but you see it. The sun and the moon are up here together at 24 degrees. And they will be making a few aspects. The first one they're making is a sextile down here to Uranus. So this is a comfortable conversation. Sextiles are easy. The energies just work together. They get along. They're happy to be there. So this conversation with Uranus is both the sun and the moon, so our conscious awareness and our emotional awareness meeting with the cosmic beyond. So this is cosmic downloads, this is epiphanies, aha moments, and it emotionally feels very good. So sometimes you can have these aha moments where you're like, oh my God, I know what I need to do, but you're like, oh, I just don't want to do that. This is not one of these times. You can have the, oh my God, this is what I need to do. Yes, it feels good, let's go. So this is happening for us through this whole lunar month where we have these aha moments, where we have these cosmic downloads and they feel right within our souls. Really very fantastic time. We also have a trine down to Neptune down here, with Neptune being in Pisces and the sun and the moon being in Cancer. Holy moly, are we just amping up our intuition. So a trine is an easy aspect. They get along very well. The energy of the two signs just understand each other, and it's so easy. So this is a very easy time for us to connect into our intuition, to understand what it sounds like when our soul speaks through to us. Very awesome time for those of us who want to advance our spiritual journey. This is a great time to start spiritual practices, to continue working on yourself in a way that feels right for you. This is not about the collective, what that spiritual world. Follow your own intuition and do something that feels right for you. This can also be very, very good creative energy. You can have beautiful pieces of work that are channeled through you are creating the divine in art. What an awesome thing, right? So this is a great moment for that. However, it's not all easy. We do have, again, if you look up, here's the sun and the moon. Directly underneath here, we have Pluto in Capricorn. So this Pluto opposition, this is not easy. Think of an opposite, whatever the opposites are, right? You have magnets. Sometimes they bring together, sometimes they push away. I'm going to tell you, this is one of those push away times, because Cancer with the sun and the moon, so our conscious and emotional awareness, wants to feel good. It wants to feel comfortable, stable. It likes things that it knows. Nostalgia is a big, big thing for Cancer. But this Pluto in Capricorn retrograde is about seeing structures and systems that no longer work and destroying them. So when we've been living through a system, say in our daily life, we've been going through the same system, same structure all the time. This is a moment to bring clarity to, it ain't working anymore. We've got to see what is not working for us, where it's not working for us, why it's not working for us, how it's not working for us, and then we make the change. This is not a comfortable thing. To break change that you've been living through for a long time doesn't feel good. We as creatures, just humans in general, doesn't matter what your sign is, where you live, where you come from, doesn't matter. We're not really too keen on change. So when the cosmic is coming in and making changes, it doesn't necessarily feel good, but we know it has to get done. That is this Pluto opposition. The last thing is a square to Chiron. Chiron is over here in Aries. And Chiron is not a planet. So if you're like, I've never heard of that, there's a reason. Chiron is actually an asteroid, but Chiron represents, just like if you look up his mythology, just type in Chiron, you can see what he is. Chiron represents our very deepest wound. This is our biggest insecurity, our biggest fear, the thing that holds us back. Many times we are not necessarily consciously aware of this, but if you stop and think back about what's really at the root of what's going on that's holding you back, that's keeping you small, it's Chiron. So this square to Chiron, because Cancer wants to feel good, because Cancer is intuitive, and Aries is all about the individual, this can be a very uncomfortable moment of your emotions get triggered because you are seeing the flaws being brought to light, and you may not have the ease of healing that wound. So it is a time to be very cautious with yourself and cautious with others, because our wounds are being brought to our face very, very, very brightly. So be kind to yourself. We all have this wound, and on a collective level, we all have this wound. It needs to be healed. It needs to be tended to, but it's not gonna fix. It's just not how it works. But that is a part of this. So let's go one more slide over. So this new moon, as I said, here's the chart. There are going to be certain aspects to it in your chart that I can't tell you because I don't know, but any planet or asteroid that you have from like 19 to 29 degrees in the following signs is going to be directly impacted. So if you have anything from 19 to 29 in Virgo or Taurus, this is a trine to the new moon. So trines, as we said, are easy. So anything that you have 19 to 29 of Virgo or Taurus is going to be activated in a good way. So you will feel good making changes, adjustments. You may just have a realization that, yeah, this is a good thing in my life. So that is very, very much a positive. If you have anything from 19 to 29 of Aries or Libra, this is a square. So this is not an easy energy. This is a difficult conversation. This is lessons learned the hard way. It is it's just part of it. That's how it works. It's not necessarily fun, but there's a lesson to be learned underneath. It's a balancing act of understanding what needs to get tweaked where. 19 to 29 degrees of Scorpio and Pisces. This is a sextile. So this is, again, this is not as easy as a trine, but it's a energy between that feels good. So this is a positive moment. Like I said, can be a realization. It can be an actualization. You feel comfortable making change. You realize the change you need to make. You have energy to make the changes. It's a great conversation. And then the last one would be an opposition. So if you are 19 to 29 degrees of Capricorn, I feel you right now because you have this Pluto retrograde sitting right there for you. And this is, like I said, not an easy thing. You have a realization of what needs to change and it doesn't feel good. But this is all completely by divine plan, friends. This is our collective awakening. It's part of the process. It's part of our individual process. So it's not necessarily fun. I know it's not. But when we work through it, we come out better on the other side. So now, my nose is itchy. Usually that's a sign of you're on the right track, so that's good. All right, so now let's break this down by each sign. So I do these horoscopes by rising sign because I think you just get more personal information. If you do not know what your rising or your ascendant is, I will put a link in the description box where you can follow a tutorial I made for how to pull up your own chart and find out what your rising is. However, if you do not know, you can still go by your sun sign because it will affect you in a similar manner. It may just not be as personal. So if you don't know, pause, go look it up, and then come back. But let's start with Aries, shall we? So Aries, this is happening in your fourth house. Your fourth house is the natural house of Cancer. This is home and family. So we go back to I nurture home and family. So you have the chance to start new cycles with these areas. Spend time with your family. Connect with family you haven't talked to in a while. Spend some time cleaning your house, taking care of your house. Maybe you want to move some furniture around or repaint the walls. This is where you're focusing this energy right now. With the people that you love and in the home. Make it the home that you love. Even if it's not ideal right now, what can you do to make it feel comfortable? That is where you should be focusing your energy right now because it's going to happen very naturally. Once we know what's happening naturally around us, we can make it flow with our intent. Let's go to Taurus. Taurus, this is happening in your third house of communication. Again, this one sounds a little weird when you put them together, but I nurture communication. I nurture learning. This is also the house of community, our local community. So I nurture my mind and my community. That feels a little bit better. So your focus here is to create new cycles of your own learning, how you are taking in and how you are giving out information. Focus on speech when you talk to other people. Actually listen to what they're saying and be clear and intentful with what you say back. This house also rules over our siblings, so it's a great time to reach out to your siblings. This rules over our local community, like our right immediate community, whatever that means for you. So this could be a great time to go and if you have a restaurant in your local neighborhood. Sit down, eat there, talk to people, go to a town meeting, go to a sports game, something in your community because you will find that there is a positive movement there for you where you can learn and grow in a comfortable way. Let's move to Gemini. Gemini, this is in your second house of values. So here you are nurturing your values, but more than anything, this is the house of self-worth. So I nurture myself. This is where we are setting new energy cycles toward understanding what we truly value and making an effort to have or do these things that we value. So if you really value, line dancing because it feels good for your body. You can relax, you can laugh with the people, you can have fun. Make it a priority to go line dancing. This house also rules over money, our relationship to money, how we make money, how we spend our money. So being aware of your budget is a great thing during this lunation. And like I said, the big thing for me is this is the house of self-worth, of self-value. So making sure that you do whatever it means to you to have self-care. So take care of yourself in some way. Take a bath. That would be a fantastic thing because this is Cancer. It's a water sign. Take a bath, relax, go get a manicure, go work in your garage, go do something that makes you feel whole, whatever that is. Make that a priority. Number one, make that your priority. Take care of yourself and love yourself. Cancer. Cancer, this is happening in your first house of self. So I nurture self. Now, you're sitting there going, wait a minute. You just said what different self. The second house is our self in terms of our self-worth, self-worth. The first house is our physical self. So this is our bodies. This is a time where you can get a haircut, change up the way you do your makeup, buy some new clothes. Taking care of your physical self is this house. First house is your internal self. First house is your external self. So this is a time where you can go shopping, buy some new things, upgrade your look, change your look, shake it up. Whatever you want to do that feels right within your soul on your external is what this is about. It's a fun house to have because this is you. The highlight is you. So make yourself a priority. That's awesome. Leo. Oh, my dear Leos, this is the house of the unconscious, your 12th house. So I nurture how do you nurture your unconscious, your subconscious? It's a hard one, right? I nurture my subconscious. What does this look like? Well, the 12th house is a really hard house to actually pin down because this is the unconscious mind. This is our reactions to things. This is our past lives. Our karma is here. We can feel very much lost in the 12th house because it's so boundaryless. So when you have a lunation in your 12th house like this is a time to be by yourself, really. So spending time alone, doing whatever your spiritual practice would be, meditating, prayer, art, dance, whatever that would be, because you need to let your higher self speak through and guide you. Let your ancestors come through because they can guide you. They are part of you. You are a part of them. This is not the easiest house to pinpoint. I understand that it's like, well, I feel this. I get that. That's a hard one. So being by yourself and giving yourself that time, I nurture my unconscious mind. That's a hard concept to wrap your head around. I get it. But if we make meditation, prayer, art a priority where you allow your soul to come through, you will start to feel through, oh, okay, I get it. I'm working in this field and I'm healing my past wounds. I get it. I get it. This is probably one of the hardest houses for this to be in, I'm not going to lie. 12th house is always muddy. But you're a Leo. You can handle anything that the world throws at you because you are all heart. Leo, you got this, even though this is not an easy one. Virgo. Virgo, this is happening in your 11th house. So I nurture my friends because this is our house of friends. This is our social circle. So this is a fun social time for you. Make your social life your priority. Go out, be with your friends. Do something fun with your groups. This is not an alone thing. This is a friend thing. So yes, this can be your actual, right, here I got my friends with me. This could also be your online community because the 11th house rules over the internet. So this is a really social month for you. Enjoy it. Have fun with it, which I know, dear Virgos, is not something you do easily. I do know that. So let your hair down and have a little fun because that's what this is for you. Spend time with your friends. You probably will make some new friends very easily this month. If you find that you have to let some go, that's okay too, because we're prioritizing our circle. And maybe you do need to clear them out, and that's fine. All right? That's fine. If you no longer feel in alignment with someone, don't feel guilty. You haven't done anything wrong. They haven't done anything wrong. Just lovingly walk away. It's okay. Libras. All right, Libra, this is happening in your 10th house of career, of social standing. So I nurture my career. This is a time to focus on whatever it is you're doing. Are you happy in your career? Do you like where you're at? Or do you think you want to move on? Do you have a sense that this is what I'm meant to do, or am I meant for more? Are you taking on too much? Do you need to reach out and ask for help? These are the kind of things we're focusing on. So yes, this can also be about our reputation that we leave after we're gone, that we're working towards. We want to be known for blank, but focus on here and now. How can I make adjustments right here, right now? What can change for me to grow, or what can change for me to lessen some of the burden? Either way is totally fine, but it's about what's right for you. Scorpio. Scorpio, this is happening in your 9th house of the, what do I want to call this one? I mean, I have faith here, but it's more than just faith. Faith, not face. Face is your first house. Faith. This is the house of our global awareness, really. So I nurture my global awareness. This is reaching beyond what's right in front of you in your bubble and branching out and seeing what other cultures are like, having an awareness and an appreciation and respect for them. So venture out and go to a restaurant that you have never had that kind of food. If you've never had Thai food, go try Thai food. If you have never had Egyptian food, go have some Egyptian food. I know for some people that's easier than others, right? Like, I'm not far from Boston. I can find anything I want, but I have friends that live in the Midwest in the middle of nowhere that it may not be as easy. You have the internet. Look it up and go make something that's new. Go read about another place. Open up your mind to something beyond what is right in your little bubble. This can be a great time to do some writing. If you are looking to publish work, this is a great time to submit a proposal if you would like to have works published. This could be a great time to go on vacation and travel if you can. This is also time to work on your faith, whatever you believe. So expanding your awareness of other faiths. Maybe you find that you start reading into Buddhism and it feels good for you. That's fantastic. Or maybe what you've been doing isn't in alignment anymore and it's time to move to something else. That's kind of the realm that we're playing in. So I nurture my global awareness. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this one is also a rough house. I'm not going to lie to you. The 8th house is the house of secrets. So I nurture my secrets. That sounds a little shady. Let's look at it this way. The 8th house is the house of what we keep hidden. The 8th house is what we don't want people to know about because it's what we feel shame for. Not because it's shameful, but because society has told us it is. So this is a time to nurture these wounds, these fears, these wrongs, and bring light to them and bring love to them. So if you have ever experienced very traumatic things, rape, domestic abuse, if there's been murder, death, this is a time to bring emotional awareness to it. Nurture it and give love to it. Seek help if you have addictions. Seek help if you're in an abusive relationship, in an abusive family. Wherever you may feel that you are being dragged into the darkness, this is a time where the angels, where the guardians, where your ancestors are helping you from beyond the veil to lift you out of these places. So what you could be experiencing that feels overwhelming, this is the time of light and love being brought there to care for you. This is a really good moment to reach out for help in any way because you have the support from Spirit here. I know this is a hard one. This is very deep because if you're reaching out for help because you've been abused, it's scary. There is 100% loved ones in my life that have been in abusive relationships, and it has taken forever for them to get help. I have so much respect and admiration for people who do. You are brave, and if you don't feel you can, this is a time that the universe is here to help you. The angels are here. Your ancestors are here. The cosmic beings are here. Everyone is here to help you. You just might not see them. Have faith. Things can change. Capricorn, this one is a lot lighter. Capricorn, this is happening in your house of marriage. This is your partnership house. This is your love house. So I nurture my partner. You may not be married yet, but you may have a partner. If you don't, this is okay. You nurture your partner even if they're not there. So pay some attention to, whether you're partnered or not, the person that is there to be your life partner. Focus on them. Focus on what you can do to them in terms of, well, you could, but what can you do to support them, to love them, to encourage them? How can you make your relationships better? Conversely, what do you need? It's a time to speak up about what you need. This is a great adjustment period for relationships. This is also one-on-one relationships. So if you are looking for an attorney, this is a great time to find one. If you need to have a hard conversation with an attorney, this is a time to have one. This house also rules our public enemies. So if you ever have to have a confrontation of any kind, you have to speak to them, you have to deal with them, you have to address them. Just like I said with Sagittarius, the cosmic beyond, the spirit team is there supporting you very strongly right now. They always are. But it's almost like they're doubled up. I have no idea what this was. I don't know. But it's almost like the spirit team is doubling down saying, yeah, we got you. So this is a great time to have those confrontational conversations if need be. Don't go seek them out, but if you know you have to deal with the bully, this is a great time to do it. I'm sorry I had to make a cut there, my friends. The camera died on me. Normally I would make a cut because I like keeping the energy rolling, but what are you going to do? So Aquarius, this is happening in your 6th house. So I nurture my health. 6th house is all about our health. It is about making sure that we are eating properly, that we are living in a routine that is good for us. So daily routines are important. Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating clean food? Are you sleeping enough? These kinds of things come up with the 6th house. Our pets and our coworkers are also in our 6th house. So prioritizing spending time taking care of your pets. Maybe you haven't trimmed your dog's nails and you need to. That's what this is about. Same thing with coworkers. Prioritizing your coworkers, taking care of your coworkers. I nurture my coworkers. Making sure you have a good rapport with your coworkers is going to make your career life so much easier, right? It's nicer to work with people that we like being around, that we vibe with, even if you don't. Be the person to extend that olive branch because you have the backing of spirit right now. All right, let's go one more over to Pisces. Pisces, this is happening in your 5th house of fun. So I nurture fun. This is a really great lunation for you because you are focusing on your fun. Start a new hobby. This is a great time. You have all of the energy to see what it is that you have always wanted to do and have the energy to go do it. Whatever you create will be backed by spirit right now. So this is a great time for you to jump into any kind of new hobby. This is also a great time to work and be around children. So if you have your own children, do something fun with them. Doesn't matter what it is, just something you wouldn't normally do. It doesn't have to be spending money. You could build a fort in the living room with a bunch of pillows and blankets. Something out of the ordinary for fun. If you don't have children of your own, maybe spend time with cousins, go see your neighbor's kids, or even volunteer. You could read books in your local library. You could probably ref at a local sporting event. Something that you can do to be around children. It will bring joy to your life. So let's bring up this one more time. All right, my friends, I hope that this helped you guys. I hope that this gave you some insight into this new moon because, like I said, new moons are time to start new cycles because we are creating a new cosmic cycle. So when you know the energy, you can work with it and things just flow harmoniously. That's why we use astrology, to help us understand the energy and flow with it and use it for our highest potential. So my friends, please be safe. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of the people you love. Set your intentions to work with this energy in your area of life. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you have questions or if you are experiencing this stuff. Let me know. I would love to say hi, any of those things. So have a great new moon. I love you all very much, and I will see you again very soon.